Amazing. Well, Shazad, they're not quite the same colour.
No, they're slightly different shades. This one's a bit lighter than that one.
Pretty vibrant though.
Slightly different vintages too.
Yeah, both JDM in their own right though.
Oh yeah, I suppose they are, aren't they? Yeah. I can't believe this one actually looks shorter than that one.
I know, I was quite surprised. Yeah.
But this is really ahead of its time though, I'll tell you that much.
So,
I do remember driving this when it came out. Yeah. I remember driving it when they came out.
How did you find it?
It was a bit unrefined. It felt like a concept car that wasn't quite finished, you know?
Yeah.
But it was just a fascinating thing, you know, to be able to look at something that at the time was, as we know now,
well, this technology was well advanced, wasn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely, quite amazing. Quite an amazing little thing that.
I think it looks like an EP3 from the front. I
think it looks like a cockroach in green dress.
Dear me!
A very handsome cockroach.
Yeah.
You know.
No, if you stand right here,
like the cockroach out of Wall-E.
If you stand here,
the one that eats the Twinkies. Yes.
That's the thing. If you stand here and look, you'll see an EP3 shape.
No, well, a lot of the influence was coming, you know, like the Honda Prelude, the 3rd generation, you can see some NSX influence in that one, you know.
Well, the rear lenses on this look like Prelude.
Yeah, they do, yeah, exactly, yeah.
How are you finding the Jimny if you decided to take it off-road?
Why can you go off-road here, honestly? Well, and I don't like...
There's a nice banking there and a bit of wire there. And
climbing on pavement.
You're in a Jimny, you can go anywhere.
Right, you'll have to bring it up to the Lake District to come visit us and we'll show you where you can off-road.
How about walk onto camera at least?
Yeah.
It's all mud now, this is the thing. And I'm not a fan of mud, you know?
Did you see where we took our blue one?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
We took it on the green lanes of Grisdale and had it cross-axle. It was a little bit of a panicky moment because brand new car and people were coming up to us going, "What's that? It's a brand new Jimny. I've not even seen one on the road and you've got it on a green lane." Yes.
They should have said, you know, it's the new G-Wagon. They've downsized. That's what you should have said, because that's what everybody thought it was, right?
Yeah.
These are really popular in the Middle East, and what they're doing over there's actually a kit that you can buy that actually it converts the front into a G-Wagon.
No way.
Yeah, so they look like baby G-Wagons. That's what.
There's lots of body kits for them now, isn't there?
They're really popular.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to be honest, the first time I drove one, which was a few months back, and it was just purely on B-roads, it was part of an event, so I took it out, took it on some B-roads, come back, and I wasn't all that taken with it, because that's
interesting on a road.
Yeah, because that sort of driving didn't really work for it.
No.
It's probably better off-road, but where I found it really good is actually around town.
Brilliant around town.
Yeah.
Because I had one of the earlier generation models as my around town car when I lived in Leeds.
Yeah.
And I was still a student there, and it was brilliant.
It's just, you know, it gives you the combination of a narrow body that's quite small, you can park it anywhere, very good height, you're sitting taller than you are in a Honda CR-V.
You are,
you
are indeed, so and you've got great visibility.
You've got good visibility, it's very manoeuvrable, and so around town I'm like, hey, actually this is a really good city car. Yeah.
I was thinking
no rear space though.
No. Well, at least you've got seats.
Yeah.
Have you seen? We haven't.
I did find that it helped me stay tidy.
Yeah.
Annabelle, turn around to the camera.
Yeah.
I stayed tidier in the car because I had less place to put things.
Yeah, that's the point though. Yeah, but you know what? I'm struggling even to put the phone somewhere.
Oh yeah,
because there isn't. It needs a little tray or something there. Yeah, it needs something there and it needs 2 extra doors.
It's got a nice little storage point in the back for a bottle of champagne though, hasn't it? You see that little cupboard?
That's true.
I wouldn't know unless it's apple juice.
But the thing is though, I think it would lose a little bit of its charm if it had 4 doors.
I don't know, you know, I think it could work. I think if they stretch the wheelbase just a little bit,
you'd have to lengthen it.
Because if they you'd have to lengthen it, because if they did that, I could maybe actually consider it as a family car. Because at the moment I can't, because as much as I like it around town, there's no space in the back, you know, so that's the problem.
Well, we would be fine because obviously the cat would be more than happy with that. He'd be amply spaced out in the back there, stretching away.
Yeah, but it could be. It's a fun looking thing. It turns heads, and I'm so glad that they got the press cars in loud, vibrant colours. You know, because that's what it needs to be. You know, that's what it needs to be, especially with the contrasting roof and everything.
Mind you, I think it's an 18-month waiting list for these now, isn't it?
I'm not surprised.
It has stretched quite significantly.
So just to give you like a Middle Eastern perspective, the first batch arrived at the dealership. I think it was maybe a dozen cars or so. They were sold before they even got to the dealership.
I'm not surprised.
You know? And then they had, so in Dubai there's a place called Al Awir where all the grey imports come. They had like hundreds of those coming into Al Awir because they had buyers going out around the world buying them and bringing them into the Middle East. Yeah, so they were really popular when they first launched.
Well, on our way
build them fast enough.
on our way to Goodwood, we saw Shmee, didn't we, on the side of the road, and he had one of those in blue and a Senna, and he stopped the M25. Because everybody went past.
How was he driving 2 cars?
I don't know. There was a third car as well.
Yeah. I was going to say it was convoy. It was more than
There was also an Enzo on an open trailer.
With trees.
It was a strange day.
So that's weird, isn't it? So he's got a Senna, he's got an Enzo, and he's got one of these. It keeps good company, this, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It does, yeah.
I'm assuming Archie Hamilton was probably in one of them.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's a bit like a Mini, isn't it? It's sort of an everyman car. I mean, you can go out and muddy it like you did, you know, in you know where you are in Peak District, or you could turn up
Lake District. I'll have you know.
Lake District, that's the one. It's one of the districts, right? If it's not that one, it's the one with the mountains, or the one with the water.
It's a bit higher.
Right?
Yeah.
Chance of getting it right.
It's the one with the water or the one with the mountains. I don't know.
Yeah.
The one with the water. All right, fair enough. But
and the mountains.
My point was that you could take it there and get it all dirty, or you can give it a bit of wash and take it to the ridge.
That's the versatility of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it appeals to all these big car YouTubers as well because of its looks.
Yeah, it is funky. It is very funky.
There is a lot of love out there for it. Yeah, we do love it.
It was one of those love at first sight sort of cars, you know.
It was.
Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking of doing a comparison, but where do you start? I mean, low, high, 4 seats,
the colours slightly
2
similar,
seats.
But
That's what I mean.
Not really much space in the back of either of them.
No.
This one's got hybrid technology. This one's pretty old school, actually.
It is, yeah.
It's even got a high-low ratio lever.
On the ladder chassis.
When do you see that?
Built for off-roading.
Don't do that anymore.
No.
That's incredible.
No. Very capable, though.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
You know, and it's only when you stand next to it you realise like how small this actually is. You know?
Oh yeah.
And
that's it. From a distance, it looks so big.
Like, see? Whee! Yeah, and great gutters as well.
Yeah. I don't know if that's. Do they have drainage holes in these, or are these going to rust over time?
Probably not.
But you know, it's got a real utilitarian look about it. That's for sure.
It's fantastic.
You know, it's got like these fake. I think they're fake bolts in the dashboard. Have you noticed? You know, because I think they're designed to look like you've bolted the dashboard in, but I don't think they're real.
Even the older iterations of it had that as well.
Oh, so they've carried that through. That's what they've done, haven't they?
But the good thing is, it's a very sturdy grab handle, which you need when someone's driving you off road.
I like this as well because that's off the earlier one.
It is, yes. They have carried over a lot of the characteristics
but this thing is really, I mean, it was look at this covered rear wheels, you know.
Yeah,
it's incredible, isn't it?
It's like coach built, isn't it?
And this rear window that later became a signature thing on the CRX, on the CRX, which is the one I had, in fact. I had that, the 2nd generation CRX, And those lights are very much like out of the 4th generation Prelude, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bit more of a curve to it.
Yeah. But it's got really, and very streamlined.
Yeah.
I mean, even from here you can see how the air would just flow around it so cleanly, you know.
Well, it claims something like 83 to the gallon. I've managed 56.
And they had unique tires.
Actually, no, it went up to 60 yesterday.
Didn't they have low friction tires on these?
Yeah, well, look at the width of the back tyres. They are considerably smaller than the front.
Very
tiny, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, I think this is a car that, you know, historically is going to be very significant. You know?
It is.
And I think,
well, as I said, when I was doing the research of it, because I needed to know a little bit more about it, they love that people are rediscovering this, especially in America. They're like, why are they still
Well, the thing is, you see, I think the thing is because, you know, it missed out a little bit because Prius is the car. Everyone thinks, what's the first hybrid car? Prius.
Yeah.
But actually, in America, because only America counts, really, it was actually this, because technically the Prius in Japan did go on sale first. But in America, this is a car that went on sale first. And what's one of the big disaster movies? You know, where the whole of America gets flooded or whatever?
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
It's a Deep Impact.
It's got to be. That was the first one.
The lead character drove one of these.
That makes sense, actually. The blonde-haired woman.
Yeah, no, the guy.
Who's the guy in Deep Impact, Annabelle? You're a movie buff.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up.
There was Deep Impact and Armageddon.
No, it wasn't Armageddon.
It
might be Deep Impact then.
Yeah.
But the character, I'm pretty sure that they drove a Honda Insight, and they were because they were kind of making a statement.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Well, like Honda, when they made this, they made a statement, didn't they?
But in the movie, they were using that to make a statement about the environment,
eco and so on, and efficiency.
Yeah. So it was a very clever little subtle thing.
Frodo, the one who played the Hobbit.
Yeah, maybe.
It's him.
Maybe. It's bothering me now. When I get home, I'm going to.
I can't even remember his name now.
Elijah.
Elijah Woods.
That's it, Elijah Wood.
And even the seats. I mean, look at them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's special material on there, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they remind me of Porsche tombstones.
Yeah.
Key in my pocket, other pocket, jeans.
So having a nice little fiddle. There's a nice little fiddle going on behind the camera right now.
I know.
Henry saying, "Excuse me."
Dear me.
Comment about. But yeah, I mean, just check those out. I mean, they match the exterior, don't they? Look at that. You know, and the manual gearbox. How's the gearbox after all this time?
It's very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. This has only done 62,000 miles.
It's incredible the cars that Honda have on their heritage fleet, isn't it?
They did introduce the CVT though, didn't they, about 2 years into it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think the American cars, I think the first cars had this, but then later on they were all CVT cars. Yeah,
Yeah, they did move over to the CVT. But of course this is a first gen, so it's...
No, it's incredible. I actually did see this car a few weeks back when I was picking up the Prelude from Honda, and they had the battery and everything out the back of it.
Yeah, you mentioned they were changing the battery while he was there.
That's why we've had it this week, not 2 weeks ago.
Right, yeah, but Shazad actually watched them do it.
Yeah.
What are the chances? Yeah. So they were changing it for us.
Yeah.
That's even more random.
I didn't realise it was for you guys.
Yeah.
Because I was actually looking, because all of that stuff was out.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting to look at the back.
That's why the noise is being loud. That jet. We're right next to Farnborough Airfield, aren't we?
We should say, for the benefit of people watching this video and not the other ones, is that we're here at Farnborough International Exhibition Centre next to Farnborough Airport.
Yeah.
Because of the press launch of the British Motor Show. I did say British Motor Show.
Returning.
It's returning like the phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, you did say British. Impressive.
I did say British, yes. And that's coming back in August next year, so can't wait. I think it was a really exciting press launch that they did today, and it's just a snapshot of how exciting the show is going to be, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And this is where I'll insert a little clip of how well Shazad can drift.
I know, it's amazing. I amaze myself.
Yeah, your skill set,
I'm a driving god.
You can do everything.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Driving Hellcats in Napa, now driving Drift BMW in Farnborough. The world's your lobster.
There you go.
It's going to be interesting to see what 2020 gives you, because you know you're actually crushing it with 2019.
Thank you so kind. Thank you to the sport of
We're all moving forward.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Very
No, it's awesome. Yeah. I think the thing is to lay down rubber wherever you go.
Oh, that's a good mantra. I like that.
It's marking your territory, automotive style.
Like it.
Thank you, Shazad. We shall meet again.
Yes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you. And on that note, we shall start our road trip back up north.
We will.
So if anybody's wondering, I do actually fit in the Jimny, believe it or not. In fact, I fit in with headroom to spare.
I do. It's quite
really
strange,
good.
Isn't it?
It's really good, but you're sitting quite upright, which I don't mind. And so it's a very interesting seating position, but it's pretty good. So here we go. Manual gearbox, high-low ratio.
Oh,
proper
she's
old
gone flat.
Yeah. All right, guys.